The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he caught it up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script, because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play, maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. You talk about this Washington defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has... There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now this defense for the Commanders, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second down, here's Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. This will be caught by Brown. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields steps away. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on third down, Howell. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Howell throwing on first down here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Howell. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This is 2nd and 8. Off play action. Fields rolling to his right. Short pass caught by Henry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. One play action. Fields finding Knox there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Touchdown! DJ Moore. As the first half is winding down, and the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And they're going to speed things up here. This time they'll throw it with Howell. Looking for Wright, and he finds him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll lead here to a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. 64 yards rushing forward to the ball game now on 14 carries. And now they're in the hurry up. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a 2-score game. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin, and the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Powell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. DeForest Buckner coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And Howell will throw it. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the gun, here's Fields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bears.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. To the air again, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, probably you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Still on his feet, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the...
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Bears 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Moore, the man in motion. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Fields. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Howell. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson from 19 yards away. And the Commanders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and the lead is now 24.
Bears 17.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
No buzz.
Play action. It's Fields. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run the option. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3rd and 2, Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield? They're eligible too.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now they go play action with Howell. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
That's good for the Washington Commanders. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Commanders, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3.